Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something heavy, something that hits you right in the gut when you start thinking about it. The things men learn too late in life. You know, those lessons that sneak up on you when you're looking back, wondering where the time went, or when you're staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., replaying moments you wish you could do over. This isn't about regret though. Well, not entirely. It's about the wisdom that comes with experience. The kind of wisdom you wish someone had drilled into your head when you were younger. But here's the thing. Life doesn't come with a manual. You've got to figure it out as you go. And sometimes the most important lessons are the ones that take the longest to sink in. So grab a coffee, settle in, and let's talk about the things men often learn too late. Because if you're watching this, there's still time to get ahead of the curve. Let's start with something that sounds simple but isn't. Time is the only currency that matters. When you're young, you feel invincible. Like you've got all the time in the world. You waste hours scrolling through your phone, chasing things that don't matter or stressing over stuff that won't even be a footnote in your life 5 years from now. You think you'll get to that dream project, that trip, that conversation with someone you love later. But later has a nasty habit of slipping away. Time doesn't wait for you to figure things out. It's like sand slipping through your fingers. The tighter you try to hold on, the faster it seems to go. And here's the kicker. You don't realize how fast it's moving until you're looking back wondering why you didn't do more with it. Men often learn this too late when they're staring at a life half-lived, wishing they'd spent less time on distractions and more on what truly mattered. That brings me to something closely related: prioritizing the wrong things. When you're in your 20s or 30s, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle. You chase money, status, the corner office, the flashy car, thinking that's what makes you a man. Society screams at you that success is measured by your bank account or how many followers you've got. And don't get me wrong, money's important. It pays the bills, gives you options, but it's not the whole story. Too many guys grind away, sacrificing their health, their relationships, their peace of mind, only to wake up one day and realize they've got the big house but no one to share it with. They've got the title but they're miserable. The lesson here is that success isn't just about what you achieve. It's about what you're willing to give up to get there. And if you're giving up the things that make life worth living, you're playing a losing game. Speaking of relationships, let's talk about the people in your life. One of the hardest pills to swallow is realizing you didn't invest enough in the relationships that mattered. Your parents, your siblings, your childhood friends, those connections that feel like they'll always be there, they won't. Life pulls people apart. Parents age, friends move away, and before you know it, the chances to connect are gone. Men often learn too late that you can't just assume those bonds will stay strong without effort. You've got to pick up the phone, make the drive, have the tough conversations. And it's not just about family or old friends, it's about your partner too. If you're lucky enough to have someone who loves you, don't take them for granted. Listen to them. Show up for them. The little moments, the coffee dates, the late night talks, the times you just sit together in silence, those are what build a life together. Ignore them and you'll wake up one day wondering how you grew so far apart. Now let's get real about something men don't talk about enough: vulnerability. Society's got this warped idea that being a man means being a rock, never showing weakness, never admitting you're struggling. And so, you bottle it up. The stress, the doubts, the fears, you push them down thinking that's what strength looks like. But that's a trap. Holding everything in doesn't make you strong. It makes you brittle. It's like a dam with tiny cracks. Eventually it breaks. Too many men learn this the hard way. When the pressure builds up and spills over in ways they can't control. Maybe it's a breakdown. Maybe it's pushing people away. Maybe it's turning to vices to numb the pain. The truth is, real strength is admitting you're human. It's saying, I'm not okay, and asking for help. It's letting the people you trust see the real you, not the mask you wear for the world. That's not weakness. That's courage. That ties into something else. Mental health isn't a joke. For too long, men have been told to man up when they're struggling. Feeling depressed, shake it off, anxious, tough it out. But mental health isn't something you can just willpower your way through. It's as real as a broken leg, and ignoring it doesn't make it go away, it makes it worse. Too many guys wait until they're at rock bottom before they take it seriously. And by then, they've lost years to pain they didn't have to endure. The lesson here is simple but brutal. Your mind needs care just like your body does. Talk to someone, a therapist, a friend, anyone who will listen. Get help before the storm hits, not after. You don't have to go it alone, and you shouldn't. Let's shift gears and talk about purpose. A lot of men spend their lives drifting, Not because they're lazy, but because they never took the time to figure out what they're really about. You get caught up in the daily grind, work, bills, responsibilities, and before you know it, you're living someone else's version of success. Maybe it's the path your parents wanted for you, or the one society told you to follow. But deep down you know something's missing. That nagging feeling that you're meant for more, that's your soul trying to tell you something. The problem is most guys ignore it until it's too late, until they're too comfortable or too tied down to change course. Finding your purpose isn't about some grand cinematic moment. It's about asking yourself the hard questions. What do I care about? What would I do if I wasn't afraid of failing? What kind of mark do I want to leave on the world? Start small, but start now. Because a life without purpose is just existing, not living. That brings up another lesson. Failure isn't the enemy. When you're young, you're terrified of screwing up. You avoid risks because you don't want to look stupid or let people down. But here's the truth. Failure is how you grow. Every successful man you admire has a graveyard of mistakes behind him. The difference is they didn't let those mistakes define them. They learned, adjusted, and kept going. Too many guys learn this too late, after years of playing it safe and wondering why they never reached their potential. The real risk isn't failing. It's staying stuck because you're too scared to try. So take the leap. Start that business. Ask that person out. Move to that new city. You'll either win or you'll learn. Either way, you're better off than standing still. Let's talk about health because this one sneaks up on you. When you're in your 20s, you feel like your body's indestructible. You pull all-nighters, eat junk, skip the gym, and think, I'll deal with it later. But later comes faster than you think. Your metabolism slows, your joints start creaking, and those bad habits you ignored start catching up. Men often learn too late that health isn't just about looking good. It's about feeling good, having energy, being there for the people who need you. And it's not just physical health. Stress, lack of sleep, and poor diet mess with your mind too. The lesson? Take care of your body now, not when you're forced to. Eat real food, move your body, get enough sleep. It's not about being a fitness freak. It's about respecting the only body you've got. Another thing men learn too late is the power of saying no. When you're young, you want to please everyone. You say yes to every favor, every project, every night out because you don't want to miss out or let people down. But every yes is a commitment, and every commitment takes time and energy. Resources you can't get back. Spreading yourself too thin leaves you burned out, resentful, and further from your goals. Learning to say no is like building a muscle. It's uncomfortable at first, but it gets easier. And it's not about being selfish, it's about protecting your time and focusing on what matters. The sooner you learn to set boundaries, the more you'll be able to build a life that's yours, not someone else's. Let's get into something deeper. Self-worth. A lot of men tie their value to external things. How much they earn, how many women they've dated, how strong they look. And when those things fade, because they always do, they're left feeling empty. The truth is, your worth isn't in what you do or what you have, it's in who you are. But too many guys spend their lives chasing validation from the wrong sources, only to realize later that the only approval that matters is their own. This isn't some feel-good fluff. It's about knowing you're enough, even when the world tells you you're not. Build that foundation early, and you'll weather life's storms a lot better. That ties into another lesson. Comparison is a thief. Social media makes this worse, but it's always been true. You look at other guys, their cars, their careers, their families, and you start feeling like you're behind. But here's the thing, you're only seeing the highlight reel. Everyone's struggling with something, even if they don't post it online. Comparing yourself to others is like trying to run someone else's race. You'll never win because it's not your path. Men often learn this too late, after years of chasing someone else's definition of success. Focus on your own journey. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. The only person you need to be better than is the guy you were yesterday. Let's talk about money for a second, because this one's huge. Financial illiteracy is a trap too many men fall into. When you're young, you think money's for spending. On clothes, on nights out, on impressing people. You don't think about saving, investing, or planning for the future, because that feels like something old people do. But compound interest is real, and time is its best friend. The earlier you start saving, the more your money works for you. And it's not just about saving. It's about understanding money. Learn how taxes work. Learn what a 401k is. Learn why credit card debt is a death spiral. Too many men learn these lessons after they're already in a hole, scrambling to dig themselves out. Get curious about money now, and you'll thank yourself later. Another big one. Your words have power. The things you say to yourself and to others shape your reality. Tell yourself you're a failure, and you'll start acting like one. Speak harshly to the people you love, and you'll chip away at those relationships. Men often learn too late that words aren't just sounds, they're tools. They can build someone up or tear them down. They can inspire or destroy. Choose them carefully. And don't just think about what you say. Think about what you don't say. Telling someone you love them, or that you're proud of them, can mean more than you'll ever know. Don't wait until it's too late to say the things that matter. Let's touch on something practical. Skills don't grow on trees. When you're young, you think you'll just figure it out as you go. But the world doesn't reward dabblers, it rewards mastery. Whether it's your career, a hobby, or even something as simple as cooking, the time you invest in getting better pays off. Too many men learn this too late when they're stuck in a job they hate because they never took the time to build skills that give them options. Start learning now. Take a course, read a book, practice. It doesn't matter if you're not naturally talented. What matters is showing up consistently. The guy who's willing to suck at something for a while is the guy who ends up winning. That brings me to discipline. Talent's great, but discipline is what gets you across the finish line. You can have all the potential in the world, but if you can't make yourself do the work when you don't feel like it, you're stuck. Men often learn this too late, after years of half-hearted efforts and missed opportunities. Discipline isn't sexy. It's grinding through the boring stuff, showing up when you're tired, doing what needs to be done even when no one's watching. But it's the difference between a life you're proud of and one you settle for. Build habits early. Start small. A morning routine, a workout schedule, a daily goal. Over time, those little acts of discipline compound into something massive. Let's talk about regret, because it's the shadow that looms over all these lessons. Regret isn't about the things you did. It's about the things you didn't do. The chances you didn't take, the words you didn't say, the dreams you didn't chase. Men often learn this too late when they're looking back and wondering, what if? The antidote to regret is action. Not reckless action, but intentional, courageous steps toward the life you want. It's scary, sure, but the fear of trying and failing is nothing compared to the pain of wondering what could have been. Don't let your life be a museum of missed opportunities. Another lesson. Forgiveness is for you, not them. Holding on to anger or resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. Whether it's a friend who betrayed you, a partner who hurt you, or even yourself for screwing up, carrying that weight doesn't fix anything. It just drags you down. Men often learn this too late, after years of bitterness that could have been avoided. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing what happened. It means letting go so you can move forward. It's not easy, but it's freeing, and sometimes the hardest person to forgive is yourself. Be kind to the guy in the mirror, he's doing his best. Let's talk about legacy, not the kind you see in movies with statues and history books, but the real kind. The impact you leave on the people around you. Too many men get so caught up in their own lives that they forget to think about what they're passing on. Your legacy isn't your bank account or your job title. It's the way you made your kids feel when you tucked them in at night. It's the friend you helped through a dark time. It's the values you lived, not just the ones you talked about. Men often learn this too late, when they realize the clock's running out and they haven't left the mark they wanted. Start building your legacy now. Be the man you want to be remembered as. Another big one. You can't control everything. Life's messy. People leave. Plans fail. Shit happens. And when you're young, you think you can muscle your way through it, force the world to bend to your will. But control is an illusion. The sooner you accept that, the freer you'll be. Men often learn this too late, after years of fighting battles they were never going to win. Focus on what you can control, your actions, your attitude, your effort, and let the rest go. It's not giving up, it's growing up. Let's wrap this up with something that ties it all together. Life is short, but it's also long. It's short in the sense that it flies by, and you don't get a do-over. But it's long in the sense that you have time to change, to grow, to become the man you want to be. The lessons we've talked about today, time, priorities, relationships, vulnerability, purpose, failure, health, boundaries, self-worth, discipline, forgiveness, legacy. They're not things you master overnight. They're a lifelong journey. The tragedy isn't that men learn these things too late, it's that some never learn them at all. But you're here, listening, thinking. That means you've got a chance to get it right. So take these lessons and run with them. Make mistakes, but learn from them. Love deeply, even when it hurts. Chase what sets your soul on fire. And above all, don't wait for someday to live the life you want. Someday is today. Thanks for sticking with me through this one, guys. If this hit home for you, drop a comment and let me know which lesson resonated the most. Hit that like button if you found this valuable, and subscribe if you want more content like this. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and keep showing up for the life you're meant to live. See you in the next one. Another big one. You can't control everything. Life's messy. People leave. Plans fail. Shot happens. And when you're young, you think you can muscle your way through it, force the world to bend to your will. But control is an illusion. The sooner you accept that, the freer you'll be. Men often learn this too late. After years of fighting battles they were never going to win, focus on what you can control. Your actions, your attitude, your effort, and let the rest go. It's not giving up. It's growing up. Let's wrap this up with something that ties it all together. Life is short, but it's also long. It's short in the sense that it flies by and you don't get a do-over. But it's long in the sense that you have time to change, to grow, to become the man you want to be. The lessons we've talked about today, time, priorities, relationships, vulnerability, purpose, failure, health, boundaries, self-worth, discipline, forgiveness, legacy, they're not things you master overnight. They're a lifelong journey. The tragedy isn't that men learn these things too late, it's that some never learn them at all. But you're here, listening, thinking. That means you've got a chance to get it right. So take these lessons and run with them. Make mistakes, but learn from them. Love deeply, even when it hurts. Chase what sets your soul on fire. And above all, don't wait for someday to live the life you want. Someday is today. Thanks for sticking with me through this one, guys. If this hit home for you, drop a comment and let me know which lesson resonated the most. Hit that like button if you found this valuable, and subscribe if you want more content like this. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and keep showing up for the life you're meant to live. See you in the next one.